Okay, hi students. In the previous classes, we learnt about electrochemistry. You know that electrochemistry is the interconversion of electrical energy into the chemical energy into the electrical energy. Now, this is the Daniel cell or the galvanic cell, which is easy to convert chemical energy into the electrical energy. This topic is more helpful for intermediate students as well as engineering first year chemistry students. So what is the definition of galvanic cell? Galvanic cell is the device which is easy to convert chemical energy into the electrical energy. The best example of galvanic cell is the Daniel cell. This is the diagram of Daniel cell. When we observe the diagram, this diagram is having a chamber which is generally made up of the glass, and this chamber is partitioned into the two parts with the help of semi-permeable membrane. The first chamber is filled with zinc sulfate solution, second chamber is filled with copper sulfate solution. These two solutions are separated with the help of SPM or semi-permeable membrane, and inside the zinc sulfate solution there is the presence of zinc rod. Inside the copper sulfate solution there is the presence of copper rod, and the zinc rod is act as anode and the copper rod is act as cathode. Each electrode is dipped into its electrolyte solution. For example, zinc rod is dipped into the zinc sulfate solution, copper rod is dipped into the copper sulfate solution. Okay, this is about the description of the diagram. Then let's see how the chemical energy is converted into the electrical energy. Okay, this is the anode and this is the cathode. At anode, oxidation reaction takes place. At a cathode, reduction takes place. You know that anode is undergo oxidation process, and during the oxidation process loss of electrons takes place, and at a cathode reduction takes place. During the reduction process gaining of electrons takes place. When the both electrodes are connected to the source, flow of electrons takes place. So at first anode, oxidation takes place. During the oxidation process, zinc is undergo oxidation to produce Zn+2 and 2 electrons. After the liberation of 2 electrons, these 2 electrons are completely moving from anode to the cathode. You know that at a cathode reduction takes place. Reduction means gaining of electrons. So copper ions which are present in the copper rod is gaining the electrons from the anode to produce the metallic copper. In this way, all the electrons are moving from anode to the cathode. Now this kind of moving of electron directly or indirectly create the conductivity or the current, because we know the current is nothing but flow of electrons, and the overall reaction of anode as well as cathode may be written as Zn plus Cu plus 2, that give rise to Zn plus 2 plus Cu. This overall reaction may be getting by striking the 2 electrons at anode as well as cathode, and during the process at anode de-electronation process takes place. At a cathode electronation process takes place, and this is the total cell along with the flow of electrons. Now anode, what is the anode here? Zinc is the anode which is having the negative charge. Now zinc is dipped into the zinc sulfate solution, and zinc sulfate as well as copper sulfate both are separated by using the semi permeable membrane, which is denoted as a double slash, and there is the presence of copper sulfate which is indicating here, and inside the copper sulfate solution there is the presence of the copper rod which is indicated here, and which is this copper is act as cathode which is having the positive charge. Okay, this is the total cell along with the flow of the electrons, and finally when we observe the entire process, all the electrons are flowing from anode to the cathode. So this kind of movement of electron create the conductivity, and the total cell according to the convention is written as Zn/Znso4. So that means zinc rod is dipped into the zinc sulfate solution, double slash that means semi permeable membrane, and copper is dipped into the copper sulfate solution. So during the entire process we will observe the formation of the current. This current is having the voltage or the potential of 1.09 volts. Okay, this is the explanation for the galvanic cell or the Daniel cell. This topic is very important topic. Diagram as well as chemical equations both are very important.